Imagine a place on Earth where the ocean itself seems to conspire against humanity. A place where ships simply vanish, not in a storm, not on reefs, but swallowed whole by an invisible force. What if I told you there's an entire region of the Atlantic Ocean, a vast gyre larger than the entire United States, where the compass goes haywire, currents become traps, and ancient legends of monstrous creatures or even alien abductions seem terrifyingly plausible? This is not fiction. This is the Sargasso Sea, and its forgotten ships hold secrets that defy modern understanding. To understand the chilling enigma of the Sargasso Sea, we must first grasp its extraordinary nature. Unlike any other sea on Earth, the Sargasso is not bounded by land. Instead, it's defined by four powerful ocean currents forming a massive clockwise gyre in the North Atlantic. These currents, the Gulf Stream, the North Atlantic Current, the Canary Current, and the North Atlantic Equatorial Current, create a colossal, slow-moving vortex. Inside this aquatic ellipse, the waters are remarkably calm, clear, and warmer than the surrounding ocean. But don't let the tranquility deceive you. This serene surface hides a sinister secret. The most distinguishing feature of the Sargasso Sea is its dense floating mats of Sargassum seaweed. Not seabed plants, this unique algae drifts freely, sometimes forming islands kilometers wide. Early mariners, their wooden vessels ensnared in these thick tangles, reported a palpable sense of dread, believing the weed itself was alive, reaching out to drag them down. Compass readings become unreliable here, as the Earth's magnetic field seems to waver, adding to the navigational nightmare. This unique environment has, for centuries, been a graveyard for ships, a place where vessels enter and are never seen again, or worse, are discovered adrift, utterly derelict, their crews vanished without a trace. From the earliest days of oceanic exploration, the Sargasso Sea has haunted the imaginations of sailors. Christopher Columbus himself, on his first voyage in 1492, recorded his crew's terror when their ships became becalmed in the weed-chalked waters, fearing they would be stuck there forever. It was a place whispered about in taverns, a legendary expanse where the winds died and the sea became a vast living snare. As shipping technology advanced, the mystery only deepened. Steamships, theoretically impervious to the calms, still disappeared. Tales emerged not just of ships being lost, but of ships being found, utterly abandoned. Imagine finding a perfectly intact vessel, its sails set, its cargo undisturbed, but with no living soul on board. No distress signal, no lifeboats missing, just an empty ship adrift in the tranquil, weed-strewn waters. These were true ghost ships, their crews seemingly plucked from the decks by an unseen hand. One of the most famous, though often linked incorrectly to the Bermuda Triangle, was the Mary Celeste in 1872. While not found directly in the Sargasso, its discovery of an abandoned intact vessel in the nearby Azores gyre captures the chilling essence of these disappearances. Its captain, crew, and a single lifeboat were gone, leaving behind personal belongings and an undisturbed cargo. Over the centuries, hundreds, perhaps thousands of vessels, large and small, have either vanished completely within the Sargasso's embrace or have been found in this eerie, ghost-like state. The slow, inexorable currents of the gyre act as a cosmic conveyor belt, pulling debris and tragically unfortunate ships into its silent, swirling heart. This creates what some have called a dead zone, a vast maritime junkyard hidden beneath the surface, where the relics of forgotten voyages collect. Explorers and researchers have sometimes reported sonar anomalies, vast, unidentifiable shapes lying on the largely unexplored abyssal plains beneath the Sargasso, hinting at the true scale of its gruesome collection. But things took a far more disturbing turn in the 20th century. With advanced navigation and communication systems, ships were supposed to be safer than ever. Yet the disappearances continued. Take the SS Cotopaxi, for instance, a steamer that vanished in 1925 while en route to Havana. For decades, it was one of the quintessential Bermuda Triangle mysteries. Then, nearly 90 years later, maritime archaeologists claim to have located its wreckage off the coast of St. Augustine, Florida, But what happened to its crew? And why did it take so long to find? The truth is, the Sargasso Sea's slow currents often mean that anything lost there drifts for an extraordinarily long time, sometimes for decades, before being pushed out to a recognizable location or sinking to the crushing depths. This long-term containment within the gyre makes the mystery even more unsettling. It's not just that ships disappear, it's that they are held captive, slowly decaying within its watery grip. The sheer volume of plastic and other human-made debris that accumulates in the Great Atlantic Garbage Patch, located precisely within the Sargasso, offers a grim testament to the sea's ability to collect and retain. If it can trap countless tons of inanimate refuse, what else could it be hiding or actively holding on to? What about the reported electrical disturbances that wreak havoc on electronics? Sailors and pilots have recounted compasses spinning wildly, radios cutting out, and strange lights appearing in the depths. Is it merely atmospheric conditions or something far more esoteric, a localized magnetic anomaly that disorients and dooms vessels? And let's not forget the stories, whispered among the most superstitious of sailors, of gigantic unseen creatures dwelling in the weed-choked abyss, capable of dragging down entire ships. While dismissed by science, the sheer number of vanishings and the intact state of some recovered derelicts make one wonder what truly happened to their crews. Did they abandon ship in a panic, only to be lost at sea? Or were they forcibly removed, leaving no trace, no struggle, just an empty echo of a voyage cut short? What they discovered next changes everything. The Sargasso Sea isn't just a physical place, it's a living, breathing entity of the ocean, a massive self-contained ecosystem that cycles and recycles everything within it. Scientists confirmed that objects once caught in the gyre can remain there for extraordinarily long periods, sometimes centuries, before being released or sinking. This explains the dead zones and the massive garbage patches, but it doesn't fully explain the complete absence of crews from seemingly seaworthy vessels. The most terrifying implication is that the Sargasso Sea, through its unique combination of erratic currents, baffling magnetic anomalies, and perpetual calm, creates an environment where human error is amplified and the odds of survival plummet. A small navigational mistake, a critical engine failure, or a sudden localized squall can lead a ship directly into the heart of the gyre, from which escape becomes nearly impossible. The calm, warm waters might seem inviting, but beneath that placid surface lies a silent, inescapable trap. The sheer psychological pressure of being becalmed for weeks, with no land in sight, the compass spinning erratically, and the Sargassum seaweed stretching endlessly in every direction, could push even the most seasoned sailors to the brink, leading them to abandon ship in desperation or succumb to madness. Imagine the dread of watching your vessel slowly succumb to the embracing tendrils of the weed, the hull straining, the rudder jammed, as you realize this vast, indifferent sea has decided your fate. It's a natural prison, an oceanic gulag where ships are taken, held, and slowly digested by the very currents that define it. The stories of ghost ships, of crews vanished without a trace, begin to sound less like supernatural encounters and more like the inevitable tragic outcomes of an unforgiving natural phenomenon, amplified by the sea's unique ability to erase evidence and hide its secrets for generations. To this day, the Sargasso Sea remains one of Neptune's most enigmatic and feared domains. While scientific explanations often cite the gyre's currents and the unique Sargassum weed as primary factors for navigational hazards and the retention of debris, the specific and chilling circumstances of deserted ghost ships continue to fuel speculation. Were these crews lost to bizarre atmospheric phenomena, human error in a disorienting environment, or something far stranger, something just beyond the veil of our current scientific understanding? The vastness of the ocean, the crushing depths, and the slow, deliberate work of natural processes can erase virtually all traces, leaving us with only questions. Perhaps the forgotten ships of the Sargasso Sea are not just remnants of past voyages, but silent warnings, stark reminders that even in our hyper-connected world, there are still places on Earth where nature holds absolute dominion, where the rules bend, and where the line between natural phenomena and inexplicable mystery becomes terrifyingly blurred. The Sargasso Sea continues to guard its secrets, and perhaps for some of them, we may never know the truth.